Is she onto something here? Let me know.
Something. I don't know if it's a joke or it's real, like your business of scaring married men to go back home.
No,
I
it's
saw
a
that
real
on
business.
Instagram too. Like,
It's a real business. Yeah, it's my
So
latest.
tell us about that.
Okay, so I've recently started a business where I beat men. So you are in a violent relationship. This boyfriend is trying to scam you. You're confused about him. He's cheating on you. He's beating you up. It's actually given me more money than any content creation gig has ever given me. Like, I've gotten so many clients from TikTok, and I'm so grateful, you guys. Shout out to you, babes. I love you. My girl is from TikTok. You guys have really, really kept the lights on in my house. So yeah, I beat them up properly. I have a group of people that I work with to like beat them back into like shape. Do you understand? These men who go out and drink and then they are at a random kafunda, they just point me towards the kafunda. Do you understand? Jump on a call with me. My number is in my bio on TikTok, as a matter of fact. Wake me up at midnight to beat a man. Please, give me the opportunity. So I have a goal. In all this, I have a goal. I want to be able to beat at least 1,000 men by 2027. Do you understand? So I feel like if I can do that as a businesswoman, that's good. That's good enough. So I'm also trying to work with the police. I want to go to the police and ask them to help me. After beating you up, I want to be able to drag you to the police and say, this one has been beating up a pregnant woman. This one has been beating up a girl that's underage. This one raped a girl. This one, I'm literally going to punish men for sure.
It's like we're in Gotham, right? Is this what we're supposed to be doing? Listen, I wasn't with her until she started talking about that underage, right? But we know where this is. If you didn't read the caption or you just listened to the air, this is in Uganda, right? Where vigilantism is probably more rampant than you can imagine here. In the United States that wouldn't fly, especially in some of these open carry states. That wouldn't fly at all. We already have too much violence, too much gun violence here. But if you're trying to think about it's gotten to this point where you're thinking that I have to beat men back in line so they can do well in their relationships. This tells you state of like dating internationally, and we, whenever we do get some stuff from international issues, their customs are different, and this domestic violence is looked very differently over here. We don't condone that, right? Especially on this channel, we're not condoning any type of domestic violence. If you're in that situation, and regardless of how difficult it is, you should absolutely just leave. But listen, before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. We're still trying to do 2 a day. Share the video, hype the video, all the things. And we've got merch on the store. You can find that in a link in the description or the link in the channel page. So this is, outside of it being a little hilarious, right? You never want to sort of engage in this behavior with men because they kind of hold a patent on violence. If you're saying that you have a group of people that go around and beat men, I'm hoping it's other men. But I would not be surprised in very short order we turn around and we see the fallout of some of this violence. If you're running up and beating people and think that's somehow going to now change the narrative, change it where, now they're doing what's right. No, the best thing you could be doing for her is being a moving service. So he's beating you. You reach out to me on TikTok. Yeah, we'll come pack your stuff up. He goes to work one day. We'll come pack your stuff up. Hey, we'll even come here, ask him to come outside, keep him there, and we'll pack your stuff up and leave. Help you set up a new life. That'd be a better charity, better nonprofit idea, rather than saying, yeah, we're gonna come whoop him. And if he'll know, he'll just not do this to you because he's doing. If a man is already doing that, someone that's underage, he's still gonna do that the minute you leave. All that rage is gonna be taken out on her. In fact, it'd probably do more damage. Statistically, it'd probably do more damage. He'll probably put in a hospital. He may even kill her because of that behavior. If a man is over there beating women, then there's so many different factors going into that. One of those is definitely going to be ego. You come here, I've hired a service to come whoop your ass. Think about it. You hired Batman to come beat the brakes off your significant other. Batman's not there all the time. As soon as I'm out of traction, as soon as my bones are set and healed, I'm gonna whoop that up. That's what's gonna happen. right? There's a revolving door in Arkham for a reason. This isn't a viable solution. It's funny. It's funny. I'll give you that. It seems hilarious, a hilarious idea. But realistically, this doesn't have legs, and this isn't safe at all. This isn't safe at all, especially now when we put it back to where she's saying it's in Uganda. Nah. The access to weaponry is not that hard to believe. And especially you don't know who you're hiring. Or you don't know who's hiring you. You don't know who their significant other, their spouse is, their boyfriend. You don't know who that person is, who they're connected to. You don't know that. This is a great. If this was an article by The Onion, this would be fantastic. Oh, that's kind of cool. No. But of course, when you look at the comments, right? When you look at the comments, the amount of people in support of this, the amount of women in support of this, and understand that when you are a victim of DV, right, it's a terrible thing. What we see today is we look at who commits most violence in statistically, it's men. And men usually visit that same sort of violence upon other men. When it does occur, when it does happen to women, it's terrible. But we catastrophize that. We look and say, this is one of the worst case scenarios of what could possibly happen. And because it's so dangerous, because it's so awful, we make the assumption that, hey, it could happen to me. I've seen women on different podcasts saying that part of male privilege is being able to walk outside at night at 12:30, 2 o'clock in the morning and not think you're going to be hurt. Statistically, it's the men that's going to be hurt. Men, are the largest purveyors of physical violence upon other men. Yeah, you may not feel safe, right? But that's, if we're just going over numbers, over stats, that's what it is. It's still a feeling. I have a higher chance of getting mugged, of getting jumped, of getting hurt than a woman does. But when you look at how it would feel, how you would imagine it to be bad, it feels worse for her. We get that. We understand that. But when we want to look at things as rationally as possible. I'm not saying that you should now feel like you're okay, let me just go out at 12, 2 o'clock in the morning. No, I wouldn't counsel my sister to do that. Never. Because in the chance that it does happen, it's going to go bad very quickly. We get that. But we should start looking and moving with a little more understanding, a little more grace, especially in the way we communicate, especially the way we talk. You don't want services like this being a thing that pops up, especially in America, because again, men in America, and especially the younger generation, they're not afraid of equal rights and equal lefts. They're not afraid of doing that. It's a different generation. That's one of those things that we have to sit here and hope we can try to correct, or sit back and hope they get it right. Outside of a humorous sort of story, this isn't something that I hope to really see. I think really the victims of domestic violence should get the help that they need, not beating their abuser into shape. I don't think that is the actual answer. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't say how many times does it happen the other way. There is a growing understanding that a lot of the initiators of DV sometimes tend to be female. When it is a female aggressor, abuser, we know that's underreported. We know for such a long time that was looked at, that was laughed at. And we now, with the advent of social media, advent of technology, we have more and more evidence of how this can go left. That the OnlyFans model and her boyfriend down in Miami, where she ended up stabbing and killing him, is just the first thing that comes to mind. I've got plenty of videos saved and loaded to go, but because YouTube guidelines, we don't want to put more violence out there where it's showing that. But it absolutely does happen, and men have been quiet about it. But imagine you said you had a service and a man was saying, yeah, I got a woman was saying, I got a bunch of guys that get together and they beat the brakes off a woman. Or even you just saying a guy said, I got a bunch of women, they whip this dude's girlfriend, get her back in the line, tell her keep her hands to herself. We wouldn't be applauding that. We're looking at that and say, let me get all the information I need so I can call the authorities on you. But listen, if you got a different take, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, let me know about those. And of course, if you listen to sound my voice now and you have not subscribed, I think you should. I'm trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.